Hi, can you hear me? I'm Flavorbomb Nudie, and as you can tell, I'm a bride. And you know what brides symbolize, and you know what that means. Oh, darling, I'm better than you. I'm married. You can't tell, but I'm blushing. This is a true story. Flavorbomb Nudie is legally married. Let me give you just a taste of what being married is really about, and how if you're not married, you're probably not as good as I am. Let's just be honest. I'm sorry, I need to put my bouquet of roses down. So if you watched my last video, I told you that I fixed the both of them. Go back and watch my last video. I believe it came out on Monday. Today should be Wednesday. I fixed the both of them. That man and that woman that broke Flavorbomb's heart. You guessed it. I went and I found my own husband. My husband. Oh, it has such a delightful ring to it. Have you guys seen my husband? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my husband. Oh yeah, we're married. Oh God, it just sounds so good, right? So yeah, that's what I did. I fixed the both of them when I realized that I had to get out of that house and I had to go and live on my own, and that poly dream wasn't going to come true, right? The next man I met, we were friends at the job, and he asked could he come over because, well, long story short, he asked could he come over because we had to both work that day. And I said, sure. And once he got to my place, he was stating his romantic intentions for me. And I told him flat out, look, baby, the next man that I lay down with is going to be my husband. I want to be married. I'm going to be married. And he looked right at me and said, I'll marry you. This is, wherever he's at, I hope he's having a good time. This is a true life story. He said, I'll marry you. And so the deed was done. And in 3 months, we were supposed to get married, but we both kind of had cold feet. But then eventually we went into City Hall and got married. And I said, okay, so now I have the clout, right? Now I'm the wife. Remember He-Man? Now I have the power. Dun, dun. Even though he stated to me that it was very interesting that I had a poly mindset, but he wouldn't like to have anything to do with that. And if I was going to be his wife, there'd be no girls and there'd be no poly. This is going to be a heterosexual monogamous situation. I said, sure. I said, well, maybe that's a good trade-off. There was also a young lady who I never met. She was an ex-girlfriend. She happened to be pregnant at the time. I didn't know until afterwards, way before I came in. But she was the ex of the ex. So he said he didn't know if it was his baby. And the results came back and it was. He married me after that. And so that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. Studies will show married women are not very happy. The majority of married women are going through some kind of financial, physical, if not sexual, emotional abuse. Most of the time, the husband is cheating. Most of the time, the children are suffering. Most of the time, those little pictures you see on Christmas with him and her and the baby, it's terrible. Do you know what heterosexual married people happen to cheat the most? And guess who they cheat with? Gay and bisexual people. It's the irony for me. Most married women are not happy at all. It looks good at church. It looks good on the holidays, on Christmas, on Thanksgiving. Being married is a lot of pressure financially. Just the list goes on and on and on. A lot of men marry for the wrong reasons. A lot of women marry for the wrong reasons. Don't get married for the dress, for the ring, for the veil. You can do what I just did. Go on Amazon, dress up pretty, go to brunch with your friends. It's not real. What is real is the amount of women who are getting STDs and HIV from their down low husbands. What is real is the black eyes. What is real is the financial abuse. What's real is people have traumas that they went through when they were kids, and guess who they're going to take it out on? What's real is people don't like to go and get counseling. What's real? Overbearing mother-in-laws that just won't get out of your house. What's real? Children that he has with other women. What's real? His brothers, his sisters, his aunties, always at your house. What's real? That's what's real. This day is only going to last one day. Just one day. And I don't care if you go to Santorini, Greece, if you go to Tokyo. I'm sorry, I have something loud. If you go overseas to the Bahamas, that honeymoon lasts but just one day. But the rest of your life is tied to this person and their family and their traumas. Not to mention what it can do to your credit and your finances. I'm not saying don't get married. I'm saying 7 out of 10 of them do not work. They do not work. This day is not worth it. There's all kind of things you can do to get your off, to experience it. Don't do it to fix that other woman. Don't do it for the clout. Don't do it for the title. It's just not worth it. You will suffer. The Married Wives group will not tell you this. They like to tell single women that they're missing out. They like to make innuendos and jokes at work. They like to constantly say, my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband. Honey, hunty, everybody knows that your husband is somebody else's boyfriend. There's a high possibility that they don't even know he's married to you. Like, we gotta stop, ladies. You're not better because you're married. And 75% of you guys are miserable. And I had the absolute joy to be company. And it's not what it's cracked up to be on the other side. It just means that you thought that you met the person that you could never do any better, that this is the best you could do, and you're hitched to this person for life. It doesn't mean you're better than the next woman because she hasn't hitched her life legally to somebody else. Do you know the legal implications of getting married and all the... Shout out to Soft White Underbelly. There's an episode where he's talking to a divorce lawyer. It's got so many views. That's so enlightening. People don't even know. They don't know when they say I do what that is. Even he was divorced. Now, everything, hey, we should try. Try it once, try it twice, keep going. Will Flavorbomb Nudie ever get married again? I don't know. I'm technically still legally married. I'm going through the divorce. Here's another thing about guys and being married. They never want to get a divorce. I don't know why. They don't want to get a divorce. But they do crazy to their wives. And so I'll be divorced this year. But I wanted to share that with women who are not married. I'm really talking to women who are not married. But I am talking to you women who are married. Stop that. Stop that. And in the poly situation, you women are terrible. You need to stop that. The mantra of poly women is what I want for myself, I want for my sister. You need to stop that. I'm just going to say stop that. last but not least, I will let you women know one thing, not in defense of men. I will let you know one thing. The young lady that was pregnant by him and it was his first child, right? He had been knowing her for like 10, 15 years. He married me after he got the DNA results. As soon as he met me that night, he told me he would marry me. The thing is, men don't need crazy amount of years to figure out if they want to marry a woman. Okay? You don't need to lose more weight. You don't need to learn how to cook better. You don't need to learn how to twerk more. You don't need to slob on his knob better. You don't need to pray and fast. He knows, honey. You're just not the one. But even if you are the one, you could just be the sweetest sucker in the room. You see what I mean? Nobody's better. But just so you know, men don't need 4, 5, 6, 7 years. He doesn't need 2, 3 kids by you to say, do I really want to marry her? Baby, he knows. He knows. That's why they meet an absolute stranger and they'll marry her within months, 3 months, 6 months. When they see her, they'll tell her, I'll marry you. And everything you put into the man, all the things you've been trying to do, you're wondering, why did he choose her? Why her? I'm the one that helped him with his business. I'm the one that helped him with his car. I'm the one that helped him with it. She didn't do anything. Why did he give everything? I worked so hard. She got the man that I built. Honey, because you were supposed to put that hammer down and those wrenches. Men aren't silly. They're not stupid. They're not confused, okay? They know if they want to marry you or not. You don't have to trick him and have a baby and all of that. He knows. He's playing with you. So I hope you like that. I kind of like this ensemble. I feel so, so I might put on my dressing veil again. You see, it's so easy. You don't have to do it for real, okay? And I'll reiterate one more time. Women, please stop trying to be wifey material and show him. Baby, he knows. He knows. Even if he doesn't have the money for a diamond ring, even if he doesn't have the money to take you on a honeymoon, even if he's not super romantic and he's not going to get down on one knee, it's a trip to City Hall, baby girl. It's a trip to City Hall. That's it. City Hall. He could take you to City Hall if he wanted you to be his wife. Okay? So men usually, I'll tell you this, men usually marry women they don't want to lose. So she's already got the kid. So he knows she's not going anywhere. So he doesn't need to marry her. Me, I don't have any children. So let's marry me. It doesn't make me better. It doesn't make my vagina better. It doesn't mean I sucked it better or I cooked better. It just means that she's a tool, I was a tool, and we helped sharpen him, right? For the next plump little cute thing. See how that works? Triangulation. Nobody's winning. Nobody's better. Everybody's confused. Everybody's heartbroken. And so, learn from Flavorbomb, right? Health is wealth. Wealth is health. You go get it, but don't go get married like that. Just slow down. Slow down. All right? Okay.